Hey everyone, I bet you're glad to see another makeup tutorial here on the channel. I know I took a couple weeks off of just me and you intimate video because I did get to go to the VMAs, which was a blast. If you haven't seen my vlogs from the pre-party and the VMAs, go watch them. I got a lot of cool performances and highlights in there for you. But I'm really glad to be back in my own space and just playing with makeup and creating looks for you guys for this season. I love deep lips, I love smoky eyes, and for some reason it just always falls into place during fall. So for this fall tutorial, I wanted to do an all-out glam look that personally I'd probably wear out just on a day-to-day, but it may be more of a night look for you. I went with a smoky eye with bronzy tones and of course a beautiful berry lip. So if you want to know how to get this look, keep watching. Alright, first up, I noticed that with this particular eyeshadow palette, a primer works way better than a base. So I'm using my Milani eyeshadow primer as per usual when I need things to stay in place. And I do have a post about the differences between primer and base because I feel like those words get interchanged a lot when they are actually two completely different things. So I'll link that below if you're interested. I'm going to put some on my lower lid as well because I'm going to bring some of the smoke down. First step, going into the I Divine Storm palette, I'm going to use this light brown, kind of a coffee color in my crease, a little bit above it for a transition. Then with the same brush, I'm going to go ahead and layer on this darker brown into the crease. I'm not being all that precise with my blending as far as placement, just because this is going to be a little bit more of a smoky, smoldering, kind of messy look on the outside, and then the liner and the mascara will kind of bring a little bit more definition to it. I'm going into the matte black now with the Sigma E45 small tapered blending brush, and that's going to get right into my outer corner and just a tad into the crease. Not very much though. This is just to darken up that outer V. This is about as far into the crease I'm going. The rest I'm just focusing on the outer corner. I'm just going to blend with whatever brown is left on my big blending brush just to soften that up a little bit and make everything more cohesive. I'm going to go ahead and tap this shimmery champagne on my brow bone as a highlight as well as the inner corner. Next, for a little pop of color, I'm going to go into this shimmery berry shade, and I'm going to put that just behind the champagne a tad. And then for the rest of my lid, I'm going with this coppery bronze color. I'm going to go ahead and blend that into the berry tone as well as the outer corner. And because these are shimmery shadows, I am tapping on to apply just to start, and then I start working them in to the product that I'm blending it with. And that just helps with fallout. I'm going to bring that bronze onto my lower lash line and meet the gold in the front, and then just diffuse it with that tapered blending brush. So we're done with the shadow. Now I'm going to tight line using the NYC Automatic Eyeliner. I love this. It just came out and it's easily one of my favorite drugstore eyeliners to tight line with because it just glides on and it stays on the waterline for a really good amount of time. While I have it out, I'm going to just very slightly dab this onto my lower lash line, not in the waterline, just to darken up and thicken the lower lash line. Make that look a little bit darker. So for my wing liner, I'm using the Mica Beauty Gel Eyeliner, which I believe came in a BoxyCharm, and my Real Techniques silicone liner brush. This has to be one of the softest gel liners that I've worked with, but for me that kind of gives me a little bit more control since it takes a little bit more time to set. If you make any mistakes, you definitely get a little bit more forgiveness. as opposed to most liquid liners and drier products. So I'm really winging this out here, not pulling any punches. Gonna curl my lashes, 'cause that's the next step anyone would do. And I'm going in with none other than the CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara. I've been using this pretty much non-stop, and I'm pretty sure I've already talked about it in a lot of tutorials. I do believe it was one of my favorites for summer. So don't forget the lower lashes. And the eyes are done. I'm going to use the Real Techniques 301 brush for my contour with the City Color B Matte Bronzer in the shade Pecan Pie. And I really like this brush's shape, not only for getting right under the cheekbones, but it's dense enough to blend out really nicely so that you don't just have like a line here, which sometimes can happen when you have one of these flat, thin brushes. I'm gonna hit my jawbone with that bronzer as well. Have we got that contour dough? Yeah, we do. Next up, I'm using another Sleek product. This is their cream to powder blush in French Rose. It's super pigmented like crazy, but if you blend it out just right, which I will do with the Real Techniques stippling brush, you get a nice subtle color. I'm not even gonna double dip here. I'm just gonna pat on what I have because their cream to powder blushes are so pigmented, and I constantly find myself just applying too much because I'm used to being heavy-handed. But that is so not even a bad thing because that means they're gonna last forever. Because I was so dramatic with the eyes, you can see how I'm just really going for a touch of natural looking color on the cheeks because we're gonna go right back into the drama when I get to the lips. So that's about as heavy on the cheek color that I'm gonna go. I am not, however, afraid of a little bit of highlight. So I'm gonna use the number 7 shimmer palette in Caramel, and damn, is this highlight amazing. You guys know I'm not usually a huge fan of powder highlight, but come on. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of glow. I'm actually using the EcoTools Mattifying Finish brush for this. I find that it has just the right fluffiness and pinched shape to do pretty well with highlighting. It would not be fall without a beautiful berry lip, so I'm using the Marc All Butter Now lipstick in Razzmatazz. This was the first All Butter Now lipstick that I've tried, and they are like the Revlon lip butters on steroids. It is so creamy and smooth, but hello, look at that color. It's like bold. And this is the finished look. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this look. I'm very excited for fall to actually be in full swing with like sweater weather and chai tea lattes. If you like this look, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!